What's good, people? Welcome back to Football Yarn. This is where we draw the yarn or the talk, everything that has to do with football, in contest, in cruise. And sometimes it gets so serious that Lekon will have to remove the glasses on his eyes. And sometimes AY voice get overboard on the mic. It's because of the passion. And football is still up, apart from what's happening in Morocco and Marrakesh. We have the club football. Is it club football now? Yeah. We have club football, league season still eating up, pressure everywhere. Some days back, Barca showed, Real Madrid that we still got you guys and in our pants. And, so many narratives shifting from the managerial session as well. I mean, pressure are mounting, narratives are shifting. And every weekend feels like a statement, from what happened to Manchester United being defeated by Brighton and Wolverhampton, from title race to Wolves fighting the relegation space. I mean, tactical battle, individual, so many football talking points. And if you love the game beyond headline and highlights, this is the right football podcast for you. Settle in, guys. Let's talk football. Lekon, so good to have you on board. How are you doing today? You look so good. All the way from Marrakesh. Mr. Four Bullets.
Toby, I don't talk so much, I just have to fly in today, to be on this show. I love what we have done with this podcast. I know we are going places. I know this is our year. So yeah, you have to, sometimes you have to sacrifice for what you love. You have to come. You have to even pay this thing is not, one thing, but you have to come because you love it, But yeah, I'm already sack. Enzo sack. We're going to sack. So yeah, it's very painful to see, but yeah, you have to talk about it.
How do you feel about Amorim sack? Let's get to it.
I have different feelings about it. I don't even know where to start with that conversation. Should I start
somewhere?
Should I start with Amorim? Should I start with
Enzo? Start somewhere, Baba.
Okay. Let me start with Enzo. What should they call them? Enzo. I don't think they have done very well. I don't think they have done very, very well. They have not done anything at all. I feel like they are the one that had all the blame to start that Amorim. They are the one that have all the blame. Because I don't see why you tell, we are that big team, big club, and we are telling our manager that we are giving you 3 years, we are not sacking you, even though you have bad results, we are not going to sack you. It's not like that. It's not like that. I feel like they said the reason why they sacked him because they had the issue with Jason Willox, everything they call him. I don't even know. I don't even want to know his name. Before you brought this guy in, this guy played 3 at the back. So I don't know why you sacked him. That one you was saying he wants him to change his philosophy. He wants to do this, but this is what you brought in. This is what you brought. I feel like this whole thing is the board. They have the board that have the problem. Coming back to Amorim now, what did Amorim do for us? What did Amorim do? When he came in, we are on 6. I feel like we are on 6 on the log. So when he came in, we are on 6 on the log. We finished 15. Then we finished 16. Then we have we are bound to win Europa League then. Against Tottenham, you fumbled. Against Tottenham you fumbled. I feel like if you want to sack him, that's the right time to sack him then. Against you finish 15 and you still fumbled that against Tottenham, that time of all people, you fumbled. And he did not sack him. You are even saying that you give him, I say, Sam Jim Crab, also come my phone 3 years again. I feel like that time should be the right time to sack him. You don't sack him then.
Lekon, do you feel you've healed from the sack? Do you feel out?
I'm saying the board are emotional. They're emotional about the sack. I don't even understand. They're emotional. This guy you are bringing in, this guy is playing 3 at the back. So why are you sacking him? You're telling me that okay, you want him to change his philosophy.
Before I come to EY, but judging by the result, Amorim bad system won you guys against Burnley. I mean, he has grinded out results. And we've talked about Manchester United on this podcast about, how much improvement we've seen on their side this year. Do you think the guy deserves to be sacked? I'm still coming.
I'm not saying the sacking is not based on results. It's not because of results that is acting.
Okay.
It's bigger than that. He had an issue with the sporting director, Jason Willacos. I don't want to even know his name. And this guy, and both of them, they are friends. Because there's one picture I saw last 3 months, that both of them are laughing at the bus station. So you out of 11 games now, you only won 2 games. And during the this thing summer, we gave you money, $200 million. I mean $200 million. That's fine. Because we are players. All the players that you signed for us, we still won only 2 out of 11. Okay, I know it's not because of results, because we are on.
So if it's not because of results, it's because of what? Let's round this up. 30 seconds.
We are on 6.
If it's not because of results, why did he sack
We are on
him?
6 on the log. Because of what he said, because what he said at the press conference. Because to us now, that means if you threatened by his position, that he said what he said. He said his job is to be a manager, not the coach. I feel like that statement, you should not make that statement. I feel like he fumbled to make that statement.
Kayomekpo, how many years have you been a Manchester United fan? Let's pick it up from there.
So long that I can remember.
All right now, as Manchester, as how many years have you been a Manchester United fan? Maybe like since 20 years, 15 years. I mean, what is that? I mean, you guys have changed managers, and it seems as if it's just the same.
It is almost 2 decades now, if not 2 decades,
Mm-hmm.
that I've been supporting United. But away from all of that, I thought that the sack was bad timing. It should have been sacked long ago. After he finished 15th and lost to Spurs in that final, he should have been sacked. But when you look at where United are this season, 6th, he left them 6th. 3 points, behind Liverpool, who are 4th on the table. It is not too bad. It is not too good. But if you're sacking a manager, there has to be a plan. Evidently, it looks like United don't have a plan, because now they are stuck between appointing Michael Carrick, that was sacked by Middlesbrough. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, after he left United, was jobless for God knows how many years.
15 months.
After that, took the Besiktas job, got sacked. So obviously, it wasn't good enough for Besiktas, but it looks like for United, he is good enough for them, because I don't know why he's in the conversation. That's aside. Michael Carrick, not good enough for Middlesbrough. Obviously, he was sacked by Middlesbrough, but he's in the conversation of becoming the interim manager of United. That tells you the state of the club. That tells you these new owners, Ineos, obviously don't have anything well going on. They don't have a plan. Obviously, there's no clear path on where they want to push the club. They are just there for God knows the reason. Because obviously, if you're sacking a manager at this stage of the season, there has to be a plan. It looks like they want to waste another season, like they did last season. They're still the top 4 right there. Now they are out of the Europa League, losing to a depleted Brighton side at home. Fletcher is right there, not doing anything. I don't want to blame Fletcher, because the job was just happened out of the blues. So it is what it is with Fletcher. But bottom line is, if you are sacking a manager at this stage of the season, there has to be a clear plan. You don't have to be stuck between Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Michael Carrick for this job. So they don't have a clear plan, and it looks like United fans are going to endure another chaotic season, right? Because that is what it looks like. That is what it is looking like.
Before I come to Lekon, if someone has come to talk online that it seems as if your former gaffer, Ruben Amorim, overachieved with this Manchester United side. So the problem definitely was not the formation. Some has come to talk about the squad. So many question eyebrows about it, especially with the defeat they had to Brighton and over Albion. I mean, if it's not the problem, if the manager is not the problem, then what exactly is the problem at United?
The truth is, many months ago, it was the problem. Because there's no way you're going to excuse a manager finishing 15th at United. There is a manager imprint right there. You don't finish 15 and say, oh, it's all on the players and not the manager. You don't lose 4 times to Spurs, losing in the league, losing in the Carabao Cup, and losing in the Europa League final, and say it's not the manager. Let us get that straight. That's the manager doing an horrendous job. That aside, but this season, what I've noticed is that a team that finished 15th in the league, obviously, you need reinforcement. In the summer, United only brought in 3 players. 4 players. Shesko, Mbumo, Konya, and Lamont, right? That's 4 players. And if a team like United that finished 15th is bringing in 4 players, and a team like Liverpool that finished first on the table, winning league, brought in more quality players, that says a lot about United. If a team like Liverpool spent more in the in the transfer window, that shows that the team that finished 15 is not ambitious enough, and that's the story of Manchester United. So this season has not entirely been on Amorim, and according to what the board said, they said, they've not come out to say it, but according to reports, obviously they said that it wasn't based on the result, but it was based on what Amorim said in the presser, which I did not think was outrageous, because if a manager is requesting for reinforcement, I don't think it's a bad thing. And I don't think he has went about it in a wrong way. But what I feel is that I think maybe there has been rumors around the Manchester United team that Amorim was going to get sacked. Because when you come out like that as a manager and say, I'm going to do my job, the whoever is in charge of transfers should do his job. The kit man should do his job. The training, whatever, it should do his job. The sporting director should do his job. The owner, blah, 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 should do his job. That says a lot about the situation of the club. That says a lot that there is the huge disagreement between the club and the manager. So I think it's not solely down to results. I think it's down to, probably there were news around the club, surrounding the club saying, oh, it's going to get started at the end of the season. Because he made a mention of something. He said, let's see what happens in 18 months. And that 18 months is the duration of this contract. So there has been discussions surrounding the club. So it's not about the result. I think there's a huge disagreement between the manager and, of course, the board.
Right. I feel like the board, they don't know what they are doing. They are clueless.
Absolutely.
Like they are learning on the job. I feel like all our managers, all the managers that we sacked, I don't feel like we sacked them at the right time. Except from Eritrea.
I think was also not sacked. I think everything should have been gone after the FA Cup.
I can see.
People only wasn't sacked at the right time.
I can see. Yes, I can see give all the rest. Grace when I'm studying. I think it was Eritrea. He did a mischievous and bad job. This job at Man United. So now, when you watch the press conference. When you watch the press conference, you know that the issue they are having is majorly about power struggle. It's about the hierarchy, power. Number one, the board know that this person they are going for plays 3 at the back, and he said he wants veto power because what he's fighting for is veto power. He wants veto power on all what he wants and. On what you want. You want veto power. Okay. Now, I can give you partially, but I can't give you all the full power. I can't give you all the full power because because it's experience. I have one. I've had one. I had one this thing. I came for the power, and he did rubbish for me. So you can't expect me to give you for the power again.
Yeah, that's the problem. If under Eric Ten Hag, he was given the veto power, right?
Yeah.
The power to make transfers, the power to sell players and to buy players.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, if you look at the situation and with what Amorim has, said in his pressers, he was talking about him being the manager rather than the head coach. I feel like there were promises.
I'm coming. So what I'm saying is that he was one veto power. I'm saying I can't give veto power. I can give you pressure veto power. He said you want players. I went for players that you want. He said you want one. He said you want Watkins. I said I can't give you Watkins. I feel like that's where the problem started.
Yeah.
That's where the problem started.
And according to he wanted Emi Martinez instead of Lamont. So
I feel like that's where the problem started from. So now, we are colleagues. We are friends. The sporting director and him, they are friends.
I don't think they are friends.
Yeah, you're laughing.
Do you laugh? No, I just feel like they are co-workers. You can laugh with. You can actually laugh with your co-worker. Does that necessarily make you friends?
If you are co-workers, we can laugh at our piece of work, but we can't laugh outside our piece of work.
Well, they are still at the place. They were on route to London to play the game. I think it was against Crystal Palace.
They are friends.
I don't think they are friends.
In my own opinion.
I don't think they are friends.
I say my own opinion.
But I don't think they are friends.
I say my own opinion.
All right, guys. Let's leave this. We need to leave this because of our time. Let's quickly talk about Chelsea, and because of our time, we need to get up. We've been talking about United maybe for the past 15 to 16 minutes now. And when we talk about United, Lincoln gets emotional. You see his glasses out of his head. You see that set out of his head. It's not only United that are having this issue. Let's talk about Chelsea as well. They sacked their manager. I mean, then Arsenal fans will just be feeling like, are they lucky? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm talking from the fan angle now. Let's talk about Manchester City as well. And this is going to give a big question mark to how club just sack managers anyhow.
Yeah,
they just wake up
something that look, Tony,
and just say, hey, you manager, just get out of the club.
Football has shifted
and it's not now. You've talked about the fact that I'm sorry why. It's not like Ruben is not crying now. So it means managers are not even respected. I mean, why will the manager come out to make a statement, and because you feel because of the statement he made, he should get out of the club? I mean, we saw the same thing when there was a preferential treatment at Nottingham Forest with a particular manager that was doing so well. I mean, that was doing well, so to say, and it was sacked because the manager just wanted another person in the arms of affairs. I mean, left for me, I don't think Chelsea manager is doing poorly. I mean, and he was sacked. So what is it about the way managers are just being sacked?
Toby, I think the Ruben and the Maresca situation is quite similar.
Yeah.
The statement both managers made after, Enzo made a statement after the Everton triumph, talking about, being the manager, making decisions, him not having a good relationship with the sporting director, him not being given enough power to make decisions, board making some decisions for him, and him being the manager should make some decisions on the pitch. He said something about, the influence of decisions of the board influencing his decision on the pitch. The same thing, quite similar to what Amorim said. So I feel like, these days, power, back in the 90s, it was managers having total power, right? Then in the 2000s, power started shifting a little bit to players.
Back in the 90s, do we have anything like sporting director as well? There were sporting directors, but they were not as powerful as this. But sporting directors were never in the conversation. It was not something of debate. It was always been the manager. Does this raise a question mark over managers, the calibers of managers we have in the game now, and the kind of respect that Samuel Eto'o was talking about the fact that Mourinho had him play the particular position and said because
until that, he made a statement concerning that. Sorry, I had to take a detour now. He made a statement, he said after that was during Benitez. Right. He said the only manager he would play from the wings for was Jose. That he wouldn't do it under Benitez, and he didn't do it, right? But that's by the way. Yeah. But what I'm saying is power has shifted from managers, and basically because managers now don't have the luxury of time. Back in the days, even if they were not doing well, they were still given enough time to implement whatever philosophy they wanted to implement. But now, that's not the case. If you're not going to do if you're not going to implement whatever philosophy, if you're not going to say whatever you're saying to the players in the space of 1 year, you'll be sacked. Even some coaches don't even have the luxury of a year. 6 months, you're gone. You don't start. So, and managers now, and I don't like the fact that sporting directors now see themselves as gods. Yes, I don't like that fact, because at the end of the day, whatever decision that is made falls on the manager. So if care is not taken out, power will totally shift to sporting directors, and that is what we are saying now. So, which is it's just so sad to see, honestly.
Toby, when it comes to Enzo, I feel like Enzo is if you are saying Enzo and Amorim situation are very similar in a way, but it's very different. Amorim has the backing of the board. Even Sam this came out. Clef, I don't know what is it called. It came out. I watched the press conference or the post. This thing that I was talking to a journalist about the backing Amorim. He came out and said that they will back Amorim, but nobody comes out for Enzo. And I know when I saw news when people are saying that all these issues happens with all these issues happen with Pep Guardiola. Yeah, it happens with Pep Guardiola, but Pep Guardiola has proven and has showed us that he can do it. And in a way, Enzo too has shown that he can do it. But I feel like the reason why I feel like the Enzo sacking was very fair to me was because Enzo is a gambler. I don't like Enzo. Though I'm not saying he's not a good manager. He's a good manager. He's very good. I like him. I like the way he plays, the way he calculates the game, and the way he uses substitution at times. I like him. But he's a gambler. I don't like a gambler. I don't like gambler. When you're talking, I'm a gambler too. But when you're talking about coaching this, I don't like gamblers. How would you say you played against Barcelona? And you won against Barcelona. You won 3-0. You played against Chelsea. You played against Arsenal. You drew 1-1. You collected a card. You still drew 1-1. When we are praising you, and you went ahead to bet all of them that you played and used other sets. To me, that does not make sense. Pep stick with what he has. He said you work under Pep. And you work under Pep. Didn't you see what Pep will just take one out and infuse another one out of that thing. Maybe two or one. Pep doesn't change the entire thing. You will change 5 or 4 out of everybody. He's a gambler. I mean, I don't like gambler. You spot market for me, but I don't know what to expect. So for me, I feel like Enzo, this thing we all saw it coming. Because I've been saying that these Chelsea people, there's Chelsea board, you don't have patience. They'll sack this man. What he's doing, they'll sack him, and he sacked him. And it's just painful to see that, because he has done very well for them, and I feel like the timing too was wrong. Yeah, hopefully we do very well.
All right. So what's your thoughts about their next manager, Liam Rossinier, they're about to get?
I feel like I used to yes, I feel like I was telling you about this thing that sometimes we don't in this new generation. Sometimes we don't hire manager for their criteria for their portfolio again. We just hire manager because of what they have done in one season or because of what or because of our emotion. We don't hire manager because of what they are because of their portfolio again. Same thing when it comes to Real Madrid. I was talking about Sabalo too. That you know why you have this thing on emotion or because you are a legend because you've done something, or done something for one season or 2 seasons. No, that's not how to hire a manager for a big team like Chelsea. So I don't even know his name. Liam. That's the first time I'm hearing his name. I'm not saying the rest of football this thing, but that's the first time I'm even hearing his name. I swear, I'm not only Chelsea make me hear his name. I never heard his name before. So to me, the game they played, even though it was FA that Man U lost, he won 5-1. So it's a good one for him. But I not say anything come out of it.
Alright, guys, that's football. Yeah, Niwa, do you have any parting shot before we get out of the studio?
Yeah, it's good to be back here again. I'm still trying to, I'm still trying to adapt to this new system. It's a new year, and I think that long break took a lot from me. And even though I'm well recharged, but I'm trying to adapt to this new system. So it's a good one, and we hope that it's going to be a start of something new because it's 2026, and we hope that we take our fans to the level they've never been before, and that is what we're trying to do every time on this show. And thank you for listening to us once again, and we hope that the next episode is better than this one. We always hope that we do our best every time we're here, and that's what our fans deserve. They deserve the best from, of course, the best. So thank you very much for listening to us again, and of course join us on all our social media platforms. You know how we do it. You know the handles already. I don't have to read it out again. Make I read them out again. So thank you so much for joining us again. God bless you.
Yeah, everyone has said everything. I don't think I have to. I don't think I have anything else to say to what you have said. So yeah.
All right, guys. That's our package. Until next time, stay logged in. Show us the football. Keep the yarning. Keep the yarn live. Keep following, keep subscribing. Don't forget, just like I said, click that follow, click that subscribe button on all of our handles. Now, football with the yarn, we know the what?
No, the need.